Well, it wasn't a personal choice of myself. It was a choice of members who came to us with specific complaints, and they weren't happy with their lot in life. The end result was that we sought legal counsel from Lee Day. Lee Day got a QC in who looked at the situation and the complaints that drivers were making, and at that point we said, fine, then we should look towards going towards a tribunal situation on this front. And
I mentioned just some of the issues there. What's the hope that this action will force Uber to take?
Well, I think you know, this term partners seems to be a very loose thing, and you only have to go by what's happened in North America recently, where there's been a situation where in California they've already been given similar rights. The driver is often promised a great deal and not necessarily always receiving what they would expect. And it's very easy to say drivers are partners, but when you suddenly find yourself switched off from a platform and you don't have a reason why you've been switched off on the platform, that doesn't necessarily speak to a partnership, in my view. It speaks to something a little bit more lopsided, perhaps.
Steve, thank you. I'm just going to have a little look at what Uber had to say in their response. They said one of the main reasons drivers use Uber is because they love being their own boss. As employees, drivers which drive set shifts earn a fixed hourly wage and lose the ability to drive elsewhere, as well as the personal flexibility they most value. The reality is that drivers use Uber on their own terms. They control the use of their app. Steve, what do you make of that statement from Uber?
I think that's a little bit light on real sentiment. Drivers can come and go as they please elsewhere. If you look at some of the operators who have employed drivers, such as TriStar, who do the Virgin Airport transfers, where a great level of their drivers are actually employees, you have a situation where these people have patterns, yes, but they come and go according to their shift patterns that they set up with the company. Obviously, the nature of the private hire trade is that there's going to be peak and off-peak times for the trade. And generally speaking, there are some rogue operators out there, no doubt, who do take advantage of that situation. You're going to find that in any trade or any industry. It's not unique to private hire and taxi. The difference is that drivers are not necessarily their own boss, because if a driver declines a journey for a company, the driver can be deactivated on a company very, very easily. If a driver has an argument with somebody which maybe only one side is heard, then frankly they could still be deactivated. It's like saying somebody who's employed has an argument with their boss one morning and suddenly their key card won't let them into the office building because they had an argument. Nobody would stand for that in an employed situation. Why should they stand for that in any other situation?